Welcome to Brutal But True, where we bring you the raw and real stories of some of the most shocking and brutal events in history. Today, we're going to tell you the story of Cameron Robbins, a young star baseball player from Louisiana who had just graduated high school. It was a gloomy night, and Cameron Robbins was on top of the world. Staying at Atlantis Paradise Island in Nassau, after Cameron had recently graduated from University Laboratory School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Cameron and the other students from U-High arrived in the Bahamas just hours before going on the boating excursion, where Cameron would last be seen on Wednesday, May 24th. He and his friends were having the time of their lives, soaking up the ambience and building precious memories before heading off to college. The teens had set off on a sunset cruise in a boat designed to look like a pirate ship called Blackbeard's Revenge. But then, something happened that would change everything. One of Cameron's friends dared him to jump off the moving cruise boat they were on. At first, Cameron laughed it off. He was never one to shy away from a challenge, but he also knew when something was too risky. However, his friend persisted, goading him into taking the plunge. In that moment, Cameron made a decision that would alter the course of his life forever. He leapt off the side of the boat, feeling the wind rush past him as he fell towards the water. But as soon as he hit the surface, he knew something was wrong. He can be seen jumping into the water in swimming trunks with no life vest, splashing in the water several feet from the boat before drifting off. Stunned passengers can be heard saying,
"This kid f***ing jumped off! Oh my God! Oh, bye-bye! Oh, that's it! Hey, the buoy!
Cameron struggled to stay afloat, gasping for air as he flailed in the choppy waves. His friends quickly realized that he was in trouble, but the current was too strong, and Cameron was slowly swept away. Panic set in as they faced the very real possibility that their friend was gone forever. The Bahamian authorities were alerted, and a search party was quickly assembled.
The U.S. Coast Guard tweeting air crews are assisting the Royal Bahamas Defense Force with search efforts, confirming Robbins is believed to have fallen overboard from a sunset cruise.
Boats scoured the area where Cameron had last been seen, while helicopters circled overhead. But as night began to fall, the search was called off due to darkness. Hours turned into days as Cameron's family and friends waited anxiously for any news. Rumors circulated about sightings of a body in the water, but nothing concrete ever materialized. It seemed as though Cameron had vanished without a trace. As the news of Cameron's disappearance spread, the University Lab School community was thrown into chaos. The possibility that Cameron was still alive sent shockwaves through the community. University Lab School Director Kevin George said in a statement soon after his disappearance, "The University Lab School community is praying for the best possible outcome of this situation. I've been in touch with Cameron's family, and at this time, authorities are still searching for him in the Bahamas. In times like these, we must come together and support each other." Words fall short of expressing the worry our entire school community is feeling. Extra counselors will be available on campus to speak with students and faculty who are struggling to process this news. Our thoughts are with the Robbins family, and we ask that you keep them in your thoughts as well. ISTORS, the group which organized the graduation trip, released a statement saying, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the Robbins family during this incredibly difficult time. Out of respect for the Robbins family's privacy, we feel it's inappropriate to comment on the details surrounding the night of the incident. Bahamian authorities have been conducting a thorough investigation of the incident and can provide the most accurate information once they have completed their investigation." The U.S. Coast Guard were called out, deploying multiple search and rescue tactics to assist the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to try and track down the teen. In total, Coast Guard crews covered more than 325 square miles in their search for Cameron. However, despite their efforts, Cameron was not located, and the search was called off on Friday, May 26th. Lieutenant Commander Matthew Spardo, Coast Guard Liaison Officer to the Bahamas, said, U.S. Coast Guard District 7 deployed multiple search and rescue assets in response to an agency assistance request from our partners in the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. The Defense Force put out a statement saying that our Coast Guard Command Center and air crews based in Miami supported RBDF search and rescue efforts since the initial report Wednesday evening and continued through Friday evening. We were informed by the RBDF this evening that they were suspending the active search efforts pending further developments and were not requesting further Coast Guard assistance after notifying the Robbins family. We offer our sincerest condolences to Cameron Robbins' family and friends. The United Cajun Navy, UCN, were also contacted by a family friend of Cameron to say he had gone missing before deploying volunteer Bahamian vessels and aircraft near where Cameron was last seen. In a statement, they also said they learned that the parents of Robbins had been in contact with U.S. Representative Garrett Graves, Louisiana 6th District, to arrange emergency travel to the Bahamas. They went on to say, UCN arranged for the lodging of the Robbins family while they were meeting with local Bahamian investigators. UCN also arranged for a charter boat to take the Robbins family out to the Mob area, as well as other parts of the search area where US and Bahamian officials had been working since early on May 24th. On Sunday, May 28th, the Robbins family returned to Baton Rouge. Todd Terrell, founder and president of the UCN, said, "I hope we were able to bring closure to the family and friends of Cameron by knowing everyone did everything possible to locate him. Not every search in large waterway areas results in a recovery, but knowing so many people dropped everything on a holiday weekend to help with this search is a positive way to bring closure to families and friends." After receiving the news that the search for Cameron had been called off, his family released a statement. They said, "The Bahamas government has called off the rescue for Cameron, and we are returning to Baton Rouge. We want to thank the Bahamas government, the U.S. Coast Guard, the United Cajun Navy, and Congressman Garrett Graves for everything they have done for us. In this time of grief, we thank our family, friends, and well-wishers for granting us the privacy we need to properly remember our son and mourn his loss. A GoFundMe has been set up to help the family through the unimaginable situation. Cameron's mother, Shari, is described as being an indescribably amazing teacher, with the fundraiser saying her kindness and devotion has helped countless children throughout her career. My sincerest condolences to the Robbins family at this time, wishing them peace, comfort, courage, and lots of love at this time of sorrow. My heart goes out to them at this difficult time. Peer pressure and dares among young people have always been a part of growing up. It's a way for them to test their limits, explore new experiences, and fit in with their peers. However, what starts as harmless fun can quickly turn into a deadly game of one-upmanship. People are often driven to do things they wouldn't normally do just to impress others or avoid being left out. Unfortunately, the consequences of these actions can be severe and long-lasting. From physical injuries to mental trauma, these incidents can have a profound impact on people's lives. Robin's friends learned this the hard way when their graduation trip ended in tragedy. They never imagined that their friend would be put in harm's way because of peer pressure and recklessness. It's important for people to understand that there are healthy ways to test their limits and gain new experiences without putting themselves or others in danger. Encouraging open communication, promoting positive self-esteem, and emphasizing personal responsibility can help prevent these kinds of incidents from occurring. We all have a responsibility to look out for ourselves and others, especially when it comes to situations that can affect our health and well-being.